this is the only fight I'm really dreaming to see. Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor. This is probably the only pay-per-view fight I would really buy this year. Floyd and Conor McGregor, man. I gotta see this happen this year, man. No later than this year. This fight has to happen. It's too much. It's too much attention, too much talk, too much build up in this fight because they've been talking about fighting each other for these 2 years now. Conor been calling out Floyd from before he even lost to Nate Diaz. You know, him and Ronda Rousey used to call out Floyd before he even retired. This fight has to happen. I know a lot of boxing fans don't want to watch this, but there's nothing going to be more entertaining than Floyd and Conor McGregor. I've never seen an all-access or 24/7 with Floyd. Floyd always sells the all-access. The other side is like kind of boring.
Mm-hmm.
But Floyd and Conor McGregor, as soon as that fight is signed, you're going to get a show from the moment that contract is signed till the end of that fight. You're going to be entertained.
Yeah.
And Floyd don't knock out anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I mean,
and I doubt he's going to knock out Conor McGregor. Yeah. Conor McGregor might go out like a warrior. A lot of people sleep, and I never sleep on a man. He might go out in a warrior style like Madonna. Not as good as Madonna, but he might go out like balls out like him.
I mean,
I'm
point,
just going to be entertained from the moment. And that all access to 24/7, bro.
It's going to be sick.
It's going to be sick, bro. That's probably going to be the illest TV show ever. Illest TV reality show ever.
But it's pretty much, bro, it's going down tonight. You texted me, you're like, Floyd. You're like, Floyd might come on Showtime. So I'm like, all right. And as soon as you said that, it was like 2 minutes later, after the Mickey fight, he comes on, and Jim Gray's like, Conor McGregor wants to meet you now. He's completely focused on boxing. I guess I didn't read that, but Jim Gray.
Yeah, you can read it on boxing.
He's completely focused on boxing. He wants to meet Floyd like Manny. It's just like, at this point, it's like, I was never convinced, but after tonight, I'm like, holy shit, this fight's happening. I look at a couple of my boys that were over, and they're like, they're casual. They watch boxing with me when I invite them over, and they're like, they look at me like, that ain't gonna happen, right? And I'm like, I've been following this for the past year, and I haven't been this convinced, like tonight, that I'm willing to bet that fight happens now. And I've been on the fence while you've been saying the whole time shit's gonna happen, and I've been like, I don't see it. But now, if this dude and Floyd, right? When you see Floyd's interview tonight, have you been more convinced that this fight's going down? That's all I got.
I've been convinced when he first brought it up last year when he came on Showtime. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't ever see Floyd call out people. He doesn't. He doesn't. He'd be like, yo, talk to Al Heyman. Talk to Lil Ellerby. He'd be like that. He always do that. But since the Manny fight, he's been like, yo, calling out people. And this is a side of Floyd that we haven't seen in a long time. But when Floyd was calling out everybody is before he fought Gotti. That's the time Floyd was calling out everybody, like Shane Mosley, Bernard Hopkins, Vargas, Trinidad. He was calling them guys out. Now Floyd is calling out. He has only called out two people, Manny Pacquiao and Conor McGregor.
Yeah,
This
I guess
fight
too
can
many,
be bigger than Manny
money.
Pacquiao and Floyd.
Yeah, I think there's enough money where Conor's going to be happy to get a Manny Pacquiao type of percentage or a little less if Floyd get his. So Floyd's going to make another. It's going to be crazy, though. This dude is going to break possibly the biggest boxing pay-per-view, him and Manny, on pay-per-view with a UFC guy. Or it's going to come in second. It's going to be his De La Hoya and his Canelo. It's going to be either number one or number two, which is just out of control for someone like me who's been watching boxing a long time and understands, like, yeah, it's going to be fun to watch the entertainment, the all access, but not fucking fight is going to be a joke.
Wow, I disagree.
I mean, it'll be fun for
but
3 rounds.
The fight shows about the end.
Let me tell you, Conor McGregor will be as good as Victor Ortiz did for 4 rounds. Then he gets slumped. That's what it's going to be.
I just don't know how the fight is going to play out. I know Floyd is going to win.
No, remember the Victor Ortiz
obvious,
fight? That's exact.
But
You're going to get the Victor Ortiz fight. That's what it's going to be.
Well, we will see. We will see, man. I'm just saying I can't wait till that fight is signed and it happens because I'm buying into that. Now, I mean, a lot of you boxing fans don't want to miss out on that fight. Fine. Shit, I'm going to be happy. I'm going to get my money's worth. You know what I'm saying? I like to see ignorant shit. And they're going to bring ignorancy. They're going to be
but what about
outspoken.
What about in the ring when Conor McGregor fucking is doing some cheap shit because he knows he's just being outboxed?
It doesn't matter how the fight is going to play out. I just care if the fight happens. I want to see Floyd get the 50-0. He doesn't need to fight no undefeated champion right now. He haven't fought in almost 2 years.
That 50-0 to me,
so
that 50-0 will be really.
I don't even know how Floyd is going to look. But he hasn't fought in 2 years, and Floyd is getting older. He's not young anymore. So I want to see, but the show by the end.